Sorry, but I'm going to be late again today. Can I ask you to eat dinner first? I'm really sorry, Judas.
What? Do you have to work late again?
Well, yes. I don't think I've worked as much overtime as you said anyway.
It's strange that you worked overtime twice this month. You must be cheating behind my back. Twice a month for overtime is too much, isn't it?
I don't think so.
You're a housewife. Working overtime twice a month is a lot.
Really? When I was single, I worked overtime at least once a week, so I don't feel any different now.
You don't have common sense.
What? For your information, I'm not working at a nasty company who wants their employees to work like slaves. Only during the busy season, we're short-handed. Most of the time, we can go home at the usual finishing hour.
You know what? I didn't really want to say this, but
Just tell me, okay?
you're going to ruin yourself if you don't stop this. There are some things you can't hide.
Ruin myself? What do you mean by that?
I've been putting up with you for a while now, but I've reached my limit.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
I'm saying that I've had enough dealing with your bad behavior.
What? Are you talking about cheating? Stop saying random things, Judas. I'm just genuinely doing my job at the office.
Don't lie to me. You're cheating on me, right? And that's why you're working overtime. That's your cover story.
No, you're wrong. I've never cheated on you.
That's what women often say when they lie. You can't lie to me, Alicia.
I'm not lying. But why do you think I was cheating on you? Did I do something to worry you?
Mom told me about something important.
Your mother? What did she say?
There's no way a woman would work overtime. She said that you lied about working overtime and were cheating behind my back. I'm convinced now.
I'm not cheating on you. I told you I was really working overtime. You can check with my company if you can't trust me.
There you go again, lying to me. Women are very devious creatures.
Please don't talk like that. Your mother is a woman too. You don't believe me, but you believe your mother. Why can't you just believe me?
What did you say? So you think my mother is lying? How can that be?
I didn't go that far. You should have listened to what I have to say.
Don't be ridiculous. I've been spending a longer time living with my mother than you. Of course I believe what she says.
Gosh, are you telling me that I'm so untrustworthy that I don't deserve to be listened to?
I don't want to hear your excuses. I knew you're cheating on me.
I see. Seems like you don't trust me at all. I'm shocked. I didn't think you'd go that far.
I'm shocked too. I didn't think you were such a good liar.
I never lied to you. You're just making up things on your own.
I can't believe you're still saying that. If you just admitted it and apologized, we could have rebuilt our relationship. You disappointed me, Alicia. I can't stay together with someone who makes fun of my mother. Besides, I can't stay married to a liar. Let's have a divorce.
Well, maybe that's a good idea. I understand that you can't live with someone you can't trust.
Did you hear what I just told you? We're getting a divorce.
I think that's a good idea. I'm not sure I can live with someone who doesn't trust me either.
What? Are you telling me that you want to end our marriage? I can't believe that you're going to divorce me this easily.
You're the one who asked for a divorce?
That's because I was curious about how you would react to that.
Huh? What do you mean? Were you testing me? Are you threatening me with divorce?
Oh, for heaven's sake, I got it. I'm deeply disappointed in you.
Later on, we discussed the divorce with an attorney. Judas wanted to divorce me since he thought that I was cheating on him. But I submitted my overtime records to prove that I wasn't cheating. I never expected that my husband will accuse me for cheating. I still remember the pale look in his face when he saw my overtime records.
Good morning. Did you sleep well last night?
What do you want? If it's about the divorce, please go through my lawyer. I have nothing more to say to you.
About that. After a night of thinking about it, I've decided to believe you. I've changed my mind.
Now what?
After what you said to me yesterday, I realized there's been a misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding? You just didn't trust me no matter how hard I tried to explain. There was nothing to be misunderstood.
Well, maybe I slightly didn't trust you, but I was so furious that I couldn't make a sane decision. I'm so sorry.
I don't need an apology. Please, just divorce me. I won't change my mind.
There's no need to be in such a hurry. If you calm down, you'll change your mind and forget about the divorce. I hope you'll forgive my mother too in the meantime.
Huh? Don't be so selfish. Do you think I can forgive someone who accused me of being a cheater without any proof?
I'm just a human, so I make mistakes sometimes. I think we just need to forgive each other when that happens.
What are you talking about? Unfortunately, I'm an extremely narrow-minded person, so I can't forgive what you've done to me.
Oh, come on. Don't be so stubborn.
No matter what you say, my intention to have a divorce is unshakable.
Alicia, listen to me.
By the way, will you tell your mother?
About what?
Just because she had a bad experience in the past, it doesn't mean that I'll end up the same way as her. I'm serious about my job.
What do you mean by that?
I guess you'll have to ask your mother to explain what it means. Well, I don't know if she'll answer you properly. Just tell her, okay?
Got it. About what you said the other day?
What was it?
You told me to tell my mom that you won't end up the same way with her, didn't you?
Yes. What about it?
I told my mom that day, and then she suddenly got upset. I don't know, but she started saying things that didn't make any sense.
What kinds of things?
She said that I'm her illegitimate child. She had an affair in the past. It doesn't make sense, right?
I guess she was trying to tell you the truth.
No kidding. Did you know about that?
I just happened to find out about that accidentally.
I didn't know I wasn't my dad's son. I can't believe this is really happening. How did you know about my mom's affair?
Can I tell you something that could ruin your life?
What?
I hired a detective to find out about everything. I actually suspected you were having an affair, so I had them look into it. I never thought that I'd find out that your mother was having an affair. Now that I found out about that, I'm convinced.
Convinced? Why?
She thought I was having an affair by pretending to work overtime because she did that in the past. Don't you think so?
That's a good point.
I wish you wouldn't take the liberty of treating me as one of those cheaters. That's quite rude. I'm not a cheater like your mother.
I can't believe that I'm not blood related to my father.
I can understand your feeling. If you're concerned, why don't you take the DNA test? You'll find out the truth with that.
No way. I've been deceived by my own mother for over 30 years?
That's the bitter truth. But didn't you say something about women being easy liars?
I thought my mom was the only woman who wouldn't lie to me.
Too bad that she isn't an honest woman as you expected her to be.
I was deceived by my own mother? No, not just me. My father was also being deceived. Then what should we do now?
You and your family will have to talk about it. It's none of my business. I'd like to proceed with the divorce, so can you please get your stuff out of my house? The sooner, the better.
I'm not getting a divorce. My mother lied to me. She lied to me about everything. Why should I get a divorce?
So what? It's none of my business anymore.
But I was being deceived.
I don't care. You took your mother's word for it and believed it, but you dismissed my words as lies out of hand. Do you think that just because you finally realized that you are being deceived by your mom, you can just ask me to get back to you? Don't be silly.
But
I'm divorcing you. Even if you are going to be a spoiled brat, I will definitely divorce you at all cost. I have no intention to live with you anymore. Never.
please don't say that.
Anyway, I want you to get your stuff out of here. If you don't want to do that, I can send them to your parents' house. Or shall I shove them in a rental warehouse? I'm fine either way.
Why are you kicking me out of our house? In case we get divorced, I have the right to continue living in that house. Don't decide on your own.
You don't have any right to do that.
That's impossible. It's not right to kick me out before we've even agreed on the division of property yet.
There's no property division or anything like that. The house is in my name.
What?
Did you forget? I bought the house when I was single. Are you pretending to forget something that isn't convenient for you?
Well, no.
That's why you don't have a right to continue living here. Did you remember that?
But I don't want a divorce.
You're the one who asked for a divorce, right? It wasn't me. I'm sick of being pushed around by you and your mother.
You don't have to say that. It's terrible.
I'm going to say it out loud. You and your mother are annoying me like hell.
But I'm also...
Let's get a divorce and let me go. I don't want anything to do with you.
I'm sorry, Alicia. I apologize sincerely. At least, give me one more chance, please.
I won't give you another chance.
Why?
You didn't listen to me and you chose to believe your mother. I can't trust you anymore. It's gonna be hard for both of us in the future if we stay married. You know what I mean, don't you?
I'm begging you. Would you change your mind?
I can't.
You're the only person I can trust. The only place I can find peace is by your side.
What about your mother, whom you worshipped so much? I thought you said you couldn't trust me.
I don't trust my mother anymore.
I see. But after all, she's your mother. It's none of my business anyway. Don't get me involved in your family matters.
Okay then. I give up. I'm really sorry for everything.
My ex-husband kept pestering me until the very last minute. But somehow, the divorce was finalized without incident, and I was finally able to get some peace of mind. My ex-husband told his father about the whole thing, and his family ended up being in a chaotic situation. Well, it can't be helped. Judas informed me that he plans to evict his mother from the house soon. I just told him I didn't need that report and blocked him right away. I just don't want anything to do with him anymore. I'm Jennifer, and I'm in my late 20s. My friend Mallory, who has been a good friend of mine since junior high school until now, is getting married this time, and I'm happy for her. But due to certain circumstances, I'm unable to attend her wedding. It was a difficult choice for me, but I never thought that it would turn out that way. Jennifer, I have something to tell you. What is it, Mallory? Actually, I've decided to get married. Really? Congratulations. I didn't know you were dating someone, but I'm so happy for you. I'm sorry for surprising you with this news. I haven't had a chance to tell you, but I have been searching for a marriage partner for a long time, And I just met my Mr. Right recently. I didn't know that. Looks like the decision to get married went pretty smoothly. That's great.
So, about the wedding? Will you attend as my best friend? I really want you to see me in my wedding dress.
Of course. So, is it 6 months from now, or will it take about a year to prepare for the wedding? It must be a lot of work. Let me know when you have a firm date in mind.
Actually, we've already decided on a date. It's in 2 months.
Really? That's so sudden.
If I miss it, my birthday will come soon, right? Then I'll turn 30.
What do you mean?
Gosh, you should have guessed by now. I want to get married in my 20s. Besides, there's an annoying old hag at my office. Her wedding is in 2 months too. I don't want to lose to her, so my wedding is 2 weeks earlier than hers, even though it's in the same month. I couldn't do it earlier. Well, there's a reason for that anyway.
Seriously? I thought your colleague's wedding had been decided before.
Well, she was asking me whether I'll be able to attend since she was going to send out the invitations about 6 months ago.
I see. I think it must be hard for the people at your workplace to have 2 weddings in the same month. They need to prepare the wedding gifts, right?
It's my wedding. I'm sure it will be fine. It's going to be more luxurious than that of my colleague's wedding.
But still, it's complicated somehow.
I don't care about that. Anyway, you'll attend my wedding, won't you?
Of course. I look forward to it. But your wedding is 2 months later, right? If that's the case, it might be difficult for me to attend.
What? Why?
Actually, I don't feel well lately.
Oh my God, are you okay? This is very shocking, but...
It's not a life-threatening disease, so don't worry about me. But I need to take a major surgery. And it's 2 months later. So I'm afraid that I may not be able to attend your wedding.
I see.
I'm really sorry. I'll send you a congratulatory telegram along with your wedding gift.
Hey, Jennifer! Can you come to my wedding? I really want you to be there for me.
I'm glad to hear that, and I really want to attend your wedding, but I don't think I'll be able to do that. I need to take the surgery, and the date has been decided from quite a long time ago.
You said you'd celebrate with me, didn't you?
That's true, but...
The wedding is planned to be very lavish and nice. I'll be wearing 4 different dresses. I really want you to see me wearing those.
Wow, 4 different dresses.
Also, the bouquet is the most expensive one.
Do you have time to talk to the guests if you need to change your dress 4 times during the wedding? I mean, maybe it's not of my business, but is your budget going to be okay? It sounds more gorgeous than I imagined.
There are just too many pretty dresses. It's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and you want to wear as much as you can, don't you? I've narrowed it down anyway. My fiancé is paying for most of the budget. I also reduced the variation and amount of food and drinks to cover the payment for my dresses, so it's fine.
I don't mean to be rude, but are you really thinking about how the people who will be coming to your wedding will react to that? I think you should respect the guests by serving them proper food and beverages.
I know I might sound like a broken record, but let me say it again. It's my wedding. I'm the bride who is the star of the wedding. So my wishes are top priority. I want all of them to come true.
Maybe you are a little bit too excited, Mallory. I'm worried about you.
Maybe it's you who's being a little bit paranoid. By the way, are you sure you can't come?
No matter how many times you ask me, my answer won't change. It's not that I don't want to attend your wedding, but it's just not the right timing.
But I wanted you to make a speech. Also, your younger brother.
What's with my brother?
He has a friend who is a famous voice actor, right? I wonder if your brother could ask him to come and entertain my guests.
I don't think he can do that if you're asking him out of the blue. He's not our close friend anyway, so I think it's quite difficult to ask him.
But I heard that the famous cartoonist is coming to my colleague's wedding. If I don't invite a famous person, I'll lose the battle with her. I don't want to lose to that woman.
What's the point of competing with her? There's no such thing as winning or losing at a wedding. Anyway, I can't make it to your wedding.
I wonder why you keep saying that it's impossible to attend my wedding. Are you just being mean because you're jealous that I'm getting married first? That's terrible.
No, it's not like that. Don't get me wrong.
Then tell me why. Even if you're sick, it's not life-threatening disease, right? Then you could have rescheduled the surgery. It's your best friend's once-in-a-lifetime big day. It's normal for you to celebrate, even if it takes a little extra effort. Don't you care about me?
Isn't that a bit too much? It's true that my disease is not life-threatening, but I need to take a major surgery. I'm filled with anxiety now. To be honest, I'm on the edge of my mental breakdown. I can't believe you just said that I was just being jealous of you. It's kind of sad. No matter what you say, I just can't go to your wedding.
Oh no.
By the way, you're acting a bit strange lately. You've been ignoring other people's opinions and you even started competing with people at your workplace. You were a kind-hearted woman, Mallory. What happened to you?
You are single, Jennifer. That's why you have no idea what it's like to be a bride. The feeling of wanting to make the wedding ceremony better than anyone else in the world.
But you're being so selfish with the wedding preparation that you don't even think about other people's feelings. Anyway, I can't deal with this anymore. Suit yourself.
Why do you have to say that? You don't have to be so angry. Jennifer, are you still there? It's okay if you don't attend, but make sure you send me the congratulatory gift, okay? Tell me what's going on. Hey, reply to me.
What is it? I just got out of the hospital. I need some rest. Please don't call me multiple times. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to answer your calls.
I don't care. What have you done? Most of my friends decided not to attend my wedding. And my fiancé also said that he wanted to keep his distance from me. He said he didn't think I was such a self-centered person. You must have said something nasty to him, haven't you? I can't believe this is really happening. It's just too much to bear. What will you do if my fiancé breaks up the engagement?
What are you talking about? I didn't tell anything nasty to your fiancé. I was too busy with the surgery.
Then why? Why did it come to this?
Mallory, I heard you said the same thing to your other friends. Isn't that the reason why most of your friends decided not to attend your wedding?
Huh? What do you mean?
Don't you understand? You were so excited about getting married that you didn't see anything around you.
I was just planning my own wedding. I wanted to be the bride that everyone envied. What's wrong with that?
If you don't understand, that's fine. Why don't you just go ahead and do what you want? But this is the last time I'm going to talk to you. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Jennifer, answer me. Hey, why are you ignoring me?
After that, my relationship with Mallory was cut off. I don't know what happened to her and her fiancé. I don't even know where she lives now. But it seems that most of my friends have cut her off because of that wedding incident. It's a pity because I thought we could have been good friends forever. But it can't be helped.
Hello, Sandra. I heard about you. Why didn't you tell me about this amazing thing?
Oh, Roberta, hello. You heard something about me? I wonder what you're talking about.
Don't be shy. You don't have to hide it. The drama club of my grandchildren. I heard they won the first place at the district's drama competition, didn't they? The competition is called the Newcomers Debut Festival. Oh, yes, but it's not a big deal. It's a big competition, but it's a newcomers competition. And it's not a full-fledged launch pad for the theater industry. Those girls are also saying that there is still a long way to go, and they are preparing themselves for the next steps. I wish them all the best, too. Oh, dear. What a demanding mother. As a parent, it's only natural to praise your children for their great success. Raphael and Emma must want their mother to praise them, too. Poor Shoujo-kun and Shannon-chan. I am a playwright myself, and my husband George is also a stage director, so I can't help but be strict. But I'm really looking forward to seeing the kids do their best. Yes, I'm really happy for you. So, aren't you going to do something to celebrate? George says we should celebrate at a popular Japanese restaurant in town that's been getting a lot of attention on TV lately. He said it's our kids' memorable first step toward their dream, so we should at least do that. I'm going there tonight with them. Wow, that's great. What time should we go then? What do you mean by that? Huh? Why are you asking me that question? It's a celebration for my grandchildren. Of course you'll invite me and my husband too, right? I'm sorry, but I don't think you and your husband can join us today. We only booked the seats for 4 people. That's okay. We can just ask the restaurant to change the number of people who'll be attending right over the phone. I'll make sure to bring some gifts to celebrate. I hate to say this, but I don't want you to come. What? Why not? We're your family. Are you saying that you want to exclude me and my husband? Wouldn't the grandchildren be happy if Grandma and Grandpa come to celebrate? Even my son George would be happy to invite us. I'm sure George doesn't want you to come either. Whenever we go to a fancy restaurant or cafe for our children's events, or for the occasional extravaganza, you found out about that from somewhere and just came over. You eat like a growing child, gobbling up 5 times as much as anyone else. You would say that you didn't bring any money or forgot your wallet at home. You force us to lend you money, but you never pay us back. Oh my God! How dare you? That makes it sound like it's our fault. It's natural for you to treat your parents at the restaurant. Even George must be happy to be able to show filial piety. There's a limit to how much filial piety you can show your parents. And it's not just about money. The other day, when we had a barbecue, you came over to our house. You just ate the food and left without cleaning up afterwards, didn't you? Don't tell me you don't know about that. I don't like the sound of you barging in on me. I just happened to be visiting my son and his wife at their house and found out that you had the barbecue, so I just decided to join. I'm sorry that I didn't help you cleaning up afterwards. I thought I'd get in trouble if I touched their stuff without permission, so I just left since I didn't want to disturb you. You just want to argue with me, don't you? Have you ever thought that people are usually careful when they eat at other people's house? How dare you eat more than half of the meat and vegetables that we prepared on that day? Oh, did I eat that much? I'm sorry, but me and my husband eat a lot most of the time. I have the advantage that I don't get fat no matter how much I eat, so I tend to eat a lot. I don't really care about that. Anyway, we are very annoyed by the gluttony of you and your husband. We will not invite both of you to dinner or tea in the future, so please don't think badly of us. What? That's terrible. Even I want to have a taste of that expensive Japanese food. If you want to eat there so badly, please go by yourself. Your father-in-law only receives a modest amount of salary every month. We can't afford to go to expensive restaurants unless we have a chance like this. So you want us to treat you to a fancy Japanese restaurant this time too? I'm speechless at your attitude. How rude! You're being so obnoxious again, aren't you? I just want to celebrate my grandchildren's success and have a nice dinner with my son and his family. When you come over, we don't have fun. This time we want to celebrate with our family of 4, so please refrain from coming to the restaurant. Sandra, you haven't arrived yet? I'm tired of waiting. I'm going to go in and eat first, okay? Roberta, what are you talking about out of the blue? What do you mean? I'm talking about the fancy Japanese restaurant you mentioned last time. It's a celebration for my grandchildren's victory. Let me ask you something. Which restaurant are you in right now? Of course, the one you mentioned last time. I told you I'll be there to celebrate. I got here early, so I'll go in and eat first. I told you I want to celebrate with my family of 4. So please don't join us. Why are you ignoring me? You told me to refrain from coming. Unfortunately, the word refrain doesn't exist in my dictionary. That's why I'm here at the restaurant. Just kidding. I beg your pardon. Is that supposed to be a joke? Well, I'll allow you to come, but you are going to pay for your own food, aren't you? Huh? Why should I pay? Since you are the host, you are supposed to buy drinks for the guests, aren't you? I brought gifts for my grandchildren, so that's enough, right? My husband decided not to work overtime and rushed home. We will be here to celebrate with all of you. Well then, we'll be waiting for you while we eat, so hurry up and come over. Sandra, aren't you very late? How long are you going to make us wait? I'm full and so is my husband. Thanks for the meal. What are you talking about? We arrived at the restaurant more than 30 minutes ago. Oh, really? I just can't see all of you. Oh, well, that's okay. Like I said before, we're full, so we'll go home first. I'm sorry I couldn't give the grandchildren their gifts today, but I'll bring them to your house next time. I've told you that you must pay for your own food. I don't have any money. You invited me, Sandra, so you should pay for it. My husband and I can't pay such an amount of money by ourselves. Give me a break. I didn't invite you and your husband. Don't falsify your memory. You guys usually eat a lot. How many servings did you eat? Let's see. I think about 10 servings. 10 servings? Are you kidding me? That's right. Expensive cuisine is delicious, but the portions are very small. I wasn't full at all and kept having second helpings. If you ate and drank as much as you wanted like that, it would cost at least $6,000. Are you sure you can handle it? I just got confirmation that it's $7,000. Oh my God! Unbelievable! Looks like we ate too much. $7,000, huh? How can you eat that much if you don't have any money? Besides, you just had a meal at the most expensive restaurant in town. I thought that with Haruna and your husband, we could make it work. Eating with other people's money tastes so much better. It's the best. Just kidding. I'm not kidding. What do you think you're doing? Relying so much on other people's money? Are you out of your mind? Don't worry about the details. I'll bring you some gifts later, so please give me $7,000. You know what? Will you please stop this? What the hell do you think we are? Do you think we're some sort of ATM? I don't think of you that way. We are family, aren't we? Don't try to fool us. There's no family that will charge hundreds of thousands of dollars for a meal. Such people are parasites. Just come and pay us as soon as possible. If you don't pay, I can't go home. Even if you don't want to, George, who loves his parents, will be happy to pay. Why don't you ask him to pay? Oh, I just remembered something. Which fancy restaurant are you and your husband visiting? Huh? What are you talking about? The one near that train station? Because that's the only one that's close to our hometown. You're the one who said we were going there in the first place. I'm very sorry to tell you this, but you're going to the wrong restaurant, Roberta. What? We're having our meal at the main restaurant, which is located in Florida. Huh? Florida? Yes, that's correct. This time, we are celebrating the children's victory. George and I splurged on a 3-day trip to a luxury resort in Florida. We decided to go to the main restaurant tonight and have a dinner party there. Stop joking! I didn't know about that! Well, that's because I didn't tell you about that. In the first place, I don't have the obligation to tell someone I didn't invite. I was so nervous that you might have followed me to Florida. Wait a minute! You're really in Florida? Are you saying that you won't come to the one near our hometown? I'm telling you the truth. I'm enjoying fine Japanese cuisine at the main restaurant here, so I have no plan to go back home at the moment. And even if we did, it would be too late due to the time and distance. Then what about our payment? That's terrible! You deceived me! What do you mean? You just misunderstood and went to the different restaurant on your own, didn't you? Then that means you were already in Florida when I called you in the morning. Why didn't you tell me? If it's a family trip, you should have taken me and my husband along. That's terrible! How dare you leave us out of the group? This is a celebration for the children, and I want to celebrate it with just 4 of us. People who want to eat a big meal and make others pay for them without a second thought are not family. What the? How can you say that? Unlike you and your family who are successful in the theater, my husband doesn't make much money. How can you be such a cold wife to make us pay for the meals we just ate? We're supposed to help each other out. That's what a family member is supposed to do. Helping each other? What kind of joke is that? I don't remember you helped us at all. What you're doing is just forcing your family to pay for your meals every single time. You and your husband are just parasites. What? That's very rude. Do you think you can just say anything you want to say just because you're a playwright? I'm just stating a fact. Anyway, we are in Florida now, so you need to pay for what you ate by yourself. Instead of talking about us, shouldn't you be thinking about how to handle the payment? What? I don't understand. Wait a minute. I only have $120 in my wallet, and my husband has about $260. And I didn't even bring my credit card. My husband and I can only pay by debit card. Let me ask you, what is the balance? Around $200? Oh my. That's the most modest amount of money I've ever seen. We could have made it work in a regular restaurant, but you spent $7,000 there, right? No matter how you look at it, that's not even close to the exact amount you need to pay. That's right. So you need to give me $7,000 now. I'm sorry to keep repeating this, but we are in Florida now. No matter how hard we try, we can't go back to our hometown right now. Even if we could, we have no obligation to pay you for the food and drink you've taken the liberty of eating and drinking like idiots. What? I'm in trouble. If you don't pay us, we can't go back, and we'll end up running away without paying. It's not good for you guys to have your family members treated like criminals. Treated like criminals? You'll become criminals if you just run away without paying. Stop messing around with me. Let me talk to George. That boy will understand. He'll gladly pay for me and my husband. Actually, I just asked him about it, but he said he doesn't care about that. He said that your husband doesn't make much money, but he's the general manager at his company, right? It's not that he doesn't make enough money. It's that he spends too much on food, which puts a strain on your monthly budget. George also said that he has always been put off by his parents' gluttony. Also, you're saying that you aren't fat even if you eat a lot. But have you ever looked at yourself in the mirror? Why don't you and your husband take this opportunity to reevaluate the amount of food you've been eating all these times? This can't be happening! Good luck to both of you then. I'm enjoying my meal with my husband and children. Have a good day. Then, my mother and father-in-law, who were in a hurry, made a devilish phone call to my father-in-law's colleague. They asked him to bring them some money and made a payment of $7,000 in the form of a loan. Because of this, my father-in-law's position in the company deteriorated. And now he is working with a narrow view of his own shoulders. I felt refreshed and fully enjoyed my trip to Florida with my husband, son, and daughter. I returned home with great satisfaction and was able to further strengthen my family ties.